you can use the fact that other people are jealous of you and envious of you, and you can use that energy to manifest, okay? I'm getting very excited and I need to calm down because I've never heard anyone else talk about this, and I genuinely feel like if you master this, you're gonna change your life, seriously. In this video, we are going to talk about how to transmute the evil eye. So how to alchemize the energy you're receiving when someone is jealous of you, envious of you, and they're purposely trying to infiltrate your life and steal your energy. Now, this is a part 2 to the first video I made, which was discussing the dark truths of pretty privilege and how evil eye is sort of sent to people that are more attractive or at least have a certain level of confidence that insecure people are very triggered by. So as I said in the previous video, having pretty privilege and getting the benefits and the limitations that comes from having pretty privilege, you don't need to be the prettiest person on the planet. In fact, you don't even have to think you're pretty. You just have to have a certain energy about you that jealous and insecure people find threatening. So pretty privilege can be a little bit misleading because people assume that only people that are very attractive suffer through the dark side of pretty privilege. But really, any average looking person or even someone that isn't traditionally attractive can still benefit from pretty privilege and can still be almost taken down or held back by the jealous and envy of others. So that's why in this video, I'm going to give you some extremely powerful ways that you can literally take that evil eye and alchemize it into success. So I'm going to teach you how you can use jealousy to manifest, how you can use their energy, the energy of the people that dislike you, to actually make your life better, okay? Before we get into it, I wanted to talk about how I define the evil eye once more, because I feel like I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, well, if you're with Jesus, you're safe from the evil eye. And I'm not a religious person, but I have read parts of the Bible. I do understand what certain religions believe, and Jesus was killed because people were jealous of him. Like, if you really read what the text is saying and you understand what's happening, the kings and the religious leaders were jealous of Jesus because he was shining a bright light. He was spiritually awakened. He identified as the Son of God, whether that is literal, metaphorical, I don't know, I'm not the expert, but he was spiritually awakened and he was teaching people a different way to live. He was denouncing certain traditions, and that triggered the people that were more powerful than him at the time, and they had him killed because of it. And they didn't do this in like a hidden way. It was a public display for everyone to see. Like, they crucified him in the middle of everything. Nobody stopped it. Nobody did anything about it. Nobody stood up for him. Why? Because even the people that agreed with his message, they were low-key still jealous. And they were like, oh, well, I'm kind of jealous, but I know this isn't right, but like, I'm still jealous of this man. So if they get rid of him, like, none of my business. You know, and that's exactly what I was telling you in my last video. Like, people will use any excuse to tear you down. People will use religion as an excuse. People will use politics as an excuse. People will use the way you dress, the way you look, the way you talk. They will use anything as an excuse to tear you down when they are insecure and when they are jealous of you. Period. And nothing is a better example of that than the stories in the Bible. So that's why I found it very odd that people were like saying that only people that are not with Jesus have to suffer from the evil eye, when Jesus himself was literally killed because of people being jealous of him and giving him the evil eye. So again, I wanted to address that because the evil eye is not an entity. It's not something that like someone prays to the evil eye gods and then the evil eye comes and gets you. The evil eye is simply an expression. It's just words that represent, like, me giving you the evil eye is me feeling with malicious intention looking at what you have. So it's not really like an entity or something that someone is sending your way, like some demons or something. It's more of like the way that they're looking at you. They're looking at you from an evil, malicious place, from a place of envy, from a place of wanting to punish you and wanting you to like have less than what you have. That is an evil way of looking at someone. So that's why it's called the evil eye, in my opinion. Although I know lots of religions have their own interpretation, for the purposes of alchemizing it and transmuting the evil eye that I'm going to be teaching you today, we are taking a very simple approach. We are not thinking about it as like some entity. We're thinking about it as literal energy that someone is sending you or giving you. Therefore, you have the power, right? Because when you say that the evil eye is like some big scary thing, you are literally giving it all the power. But when you realize that the evil eye is just someone else's energy, how they are choosing to go about their life, you now have the power back in your hands to say, oh, I can choose whether or not to accept this energy, to ignore this energy, or to transmute it. Ooh. Okay, I'm so excited. Let's just get into it. Let me look at my notes. All right, buckle up because I have a lot to say about this and there's a lot of details that I'm gonna go into. So just be prepared for this video to be a little bit longer. First and foremost, you have to be able to identify when someone is jealous of you. You can't assume that everyone is jealous and envious of you, right? Because that's not the case. And if you take that belief, then you're going to manifest that behavior in other people. So take it as it is, but be aware of the signs. So always follow your intuition and understand that not everybody is going to be on the same level. So we have like what I like to call 3 levels of relationships. The first level is an acquaintance, you know, just somebody that you've met, you know them, you know their name, you've talked to them, and that's it. The second level is friend. These are people that you've met, you've gotten to know, you've built up a certain level of trust and certain things that you have in common and you're closer. And then the third level is family. These are the people that you would literally ride or die for. Like, these are the people in your life that they're your number ones. And understand that just because you are blood related to somebody does not mean that they are in the family category. Okay, you can have family members, like blood related family, that you have in the friend category or even in the acquaintance category. You don't necessarily have to have that family relationship with people that you're related with unless there is that trust there. That's why I saw so many comments in my last video talking about like, oh, why is family the first to sabotage you? Like, why do you have to deal from family? And so many people giving their like very traumatizing personal stories about how they've been sabotaged by their family giving them the evil eye. And my answer is this: you were categorizing blood related family members as family when you should have been treating them as either friends or acquaintances. So you are giving them family access to you without them having deserved it or earned it in any way. You are giving your trust to the people that share your DNA simply because they share your DNA, instead of taking their behavior at face value and categorizing them in the proper category. So these family members that sabotaged your life, how did they sabotage your life? they betrayed your trust, or they infiltrated your life and are constantly causing drama in your life. I even read one of the comments said that like they stole their inheritance or something, and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But why did they have access to your inheritance? Someone along the way gave them trust when they didn't earn it. That's why. People assume that, oh, when worse comes to worse, your family's gonna be there for you. And that's true. But the people that we consider family doesn't necessarily have to be the people that we're related to. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you're able to like look at your family relationships and really evaluate if this is a person that you can trust, if this is a person that genuinely wants your best interest, like wants you to succeed. Even if they're jealous or they want things you want, it's not like a competition. They're not trying to steal it from you. If anything, they're just trying to learn from you and maybe grow in their own lives, right? So not everyone needs to be in the family category. That's another thing that happens a lot when friends sabotage you, is that you upgraded them to a friend when they should have stayed at the level of an acquaintance, right? Not everyone has to become your best friend. Like, you can have people in your life that you just talk to about certain things, and that's it. It doesn't have to be some like deep best friend like friendship. You can have those friendships with people that genuinely deserve to be there, but if you haven't met that person that you trust, or you haven't developed these acquaintances into friendships that you can rely on, don't just upgrade them because you have no other option. Like, make sure that the people you are putting in the friend position actually deserve to be there and actually have your best interest at heart. And I'm sorry, but if you've just met someone within a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, you don't know them yet. You don't know them enough to upgrade them to friend status or family status, right? Because some friends can be upgraded to family status, especially romantic partners, right? Those are our closest family because we tell them everything. Like, even if you're not married, even if you're just in a boyfriend, girlfriend, or girlfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever variation of a relationship you are in, that's okay. Like, you can still consider that to be your family. It doesn't have to be, oh, we're married, now it's a relationship, now it's official. Like, no, it's official whenever you want it to be official, and whenever the other person has earned your trust, and whenever you have earned the other person's trust. Okay, now let's get into the juicy stuff. I've been waiting for this. I'm sorry it took me so long, but I wanted to make sure that I addressed some key points that I feel like I didn't go hard on enough in the first part of this video. And if you still haven't watched it yet, you can watch it after this video, but definitely watch it at some point because there's crucial information that you're going to need. The first tool to transmute the evil eye is to change your beliefs. So the belief that you're going to want to adopt is that any energy sent your way can benefit you. Okay, because if you don't have this belief, you are going to be so triggered anytime someone is jealous of you, anytime someone sends you any kind of negative energy. You're going to feel so scared. You're going to feel like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Am I going to get bad luck because this person doesn't like me? They're cursing me. They're casting a spell on me. Like, no, 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 no. No one has the power to cast a spell on you without your consent. Okay, no one has the power to sabotage your life without your consent or without you playing some part in it. So first and foremost, I want you to constantly affirm that any energy sent my way benefits me. Whether positive or negative, all energy sent to me can be turned into what I desire. All energy sent my way can be used to manifest what I want to manifest. I accept any and all energy coming into my field, and I choose to use that for my benefit. Period. End of story. And so it is. Amen. Hallelujah. Let's go. That's it. The second tool you can use to transmute the evil eye is to turn it into a game. Make it fun. So if someone is jealous of you and they're purposely trying to do something to lower your vibration or steal your energy or sabotage you or whatever other thing, if you can look at their actions or hear what they're saying to you and laugh, you've automatically, without even trying, taken that energy and raised your vibration. Because when you're feeling neutral and you laugh, that raised your vibration, right? So if you take what they're saying as a joke, even though you know they didn't mean it as a joke, even though you know they were trying to hurt your feelings, but you accept the fact that you are more powerful than that, and you take it as a funny joke and you laugh, like you genuinely find it funny, or you make a joke out of it, then there you go. You just transmuted it. You just alchemized it. Now, this is not to be mistaken for being a people pleaser, because oftentimes when you're in your people pleasing ways, you're gonna just like awkwardly laugh whenever someone takes a dig at you when you should actually be standing up for yourself. But in this situation, we're not really worried about standing up for ourselves. We're worried more about transmuting the energy and using that energy to our benefit. So when it comes to like your close relationships, you want to make sure to set certain boundaries and not just like brush off whatever it is that they're saying. You want to be able to identify that and then downgrade them, like put them in a different position because maybe they're too close, they're getting too comfortable, I don't know. But it's super fun to just turn it into a joke, or like work on your comeback game. Like if they're giving you passive aggressive things, like call them out in a funny way, right? Like do something creative to sort of shift the situation in your favor. So like if someone is saying something like, oh, you just got that job because you're pretty, like blah, 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 blah. You can turn it into a joke and say, oh, so does that mean that you make less money because you're ugly? And then laugh, like literally laugh. What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? Like, turn it into a joke, make it funny, okay? Because it is funny. The more you take these insults to heart, the more power you're giving them. Do you realize it's actually hilarious that these people are so insecure? They spend their days thinking about how to hurt your feelings. That to me is hilarious. So I should laugh, right? I remember like I used to always get made fun of for eating healthier and not drinking coffee and not drinking alcohol. Like people would make fun of me for making the healthy decision, right? So I would flip it back on them. I'd be like, yeah, you know, it'd be fun to be an alcoholic like everyone else, but I didn't want to fit in that bad. And then I laugh and walk away because you know what? It's funny. It's funny that you are taking something that I'm trying to do positively for myself and use it as a weapon against me to make yourself feel better for your poor decisions. So do I judge people that drink alcohol? Absolutely not. Everyone can do whatever they want. I don't care. But if someone who drinks a lot of alcohol is gonna make fun of me for not drinking alcohol, what do you think I'm gonna do? Uno reverse. right back to you. right back to you. And it's all fun and games and it's a joke, right? It's not serious. So if you're able to have a comeback or have some kind of like funny reaction without taking it to a level of like arguing, without like just being lighthearted about it, it's not a big deal. Like just how they came at you very nonchalant, do the same. And you just took that and you just raised your vibration. Now you look cool, this person embarrassed themselves, they feel dumb, and you just took that jealous energy and used it to affirm how you want to live your life and used it to raise your vibration. Ultimate hack, okay? Now let's get into next level, okay? This is like, oof, this is some hot stuff, okay? I'm like, oh, I'm literally getting so giddy. I have to calm down because I genuinely have never heard another creator mention this way to transmute energy or to transmute like people that are jealous of you. So, I'm so excited. All right, let me calm down. You can use the fact that other people are jealous of you and envious of you, and you can use that energy to manifest, okay? I'm getting very excited and I need to calm down because I've never heard anyone else talk about this. And I genuinely feel like if you master this, you're gonna change your life, seriously. So I do this mostly with my acquaintances or with people that I know are very jealous of me, but I don't mind using them for their energy because I know that if they had the chance, they would ruin my life. So I've gotten very experienced to the point where I can tell right off the bat if someone is an envious type of person and if they're trying to infiltrate my life versus if someone is like just jealous of a certain thing that I'm doing and they're a good person deep down, right? So you'll be able to tell which one is which. When I've identified that somebody is like very envious and they have bad intentions for me, I love to do this. So the best way that you can use that energy to manifest is by literally lying to them, okay? Now hear me out. Let me give you an example of how I've used this technique. So right now it is July 10th of 2024. And I would say maybe in December of 2023, I think it was December. It was either December or January of this year. There was this person circulating my life because here's the thing. When I identify that someone is envious and jealous of me, since I know this technique, I don't just cut them off because I rather use their energy to manifest. So I have like my friends and my family and then my acquaintances, but then there's like a certain section of acquaintances that I have like a rolling roster of people coming in that I know are jealous of me that I simply just use them to manifest. So I may be exposing myself right now, but it is what it is. If they watch my content, then they wouldn't be jealous because they'd be able to manifest a better life for themselves and they wouldn't have to waste their energy being jealous of me. So, but anyways, all you have to do is lie. Like all you have to do is tell them the things that you want to manifest and use their energy. So like I said, in about December of last year, there was this girl that I was hanging out with and like I could just tell she was very, very, very jealous, like of every aspect. Like she had all the signs, okay? So as we were talking, like we were hanging out and she was asking me like, oh, what's going on with you? What's going on with your man? What's going on with this, with that? So in that moment, I'm like, ooh, there's this thing I've been wanting to manifest for my business, right? This was before I started my coaching business. So I was already creating content on YouTube. I had just started dabbling in personal growth content. Like I was still making a lot of vlogs and just random content. Like I was just starting to dip my toe into making mindset content and positive mindset content. And I hadn't even tapped into like manifestation yet. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I want to coach people one-on-one. So let me use her to manifest what I want to manifest. So when she asked me how work was going, I told her, oh my gosh, yes, like I've been working on this coaching business and I've been working with these clients and I've been like helping women do this and helping people learn this, and it's been going really well, and my content has been attracting so many clients, and like my profiles are growing so quickly. Like I basically told her everything that I wanted to manifest, but I told it to her as if it's already happened. Like I literally told her my manifestation as if it was already happening now, even though it was not. Like I hadn't launched my coaching business yet. I hadn't really been growing that fast on social media, but like I lied. I just straight up lied. And then in that moment, her energy of being so jealous of all these amazing things that are happening in my life She thinks I'm telling the truth. She believes what I'm saying, and she's very jealous of it. So do you realize that jealousy is a very strong emotion? Like, when you're peaceful, you're very calm, you're vibrating at a very like calm pace. When you're angry, you're fuming. Like, you're literally producing so much energy in your mind right now. When you're jealous, when you're envious, you're fuming. Like, your brain is running 1,000,000 miles a minute, generating so much energy, like it's crazy. So when you have that energy directed towards something someone is saying to you, whether it's true or not, if you believe it, you are feeding so much energy into that idea, right? So if something that I'm manifesting, but I haven't manifested yet, I'm telling you as if I've already manifested it, and you're feeling very jealous of me, of that thing, you are literally manifesting it for me. Like, your energy right now is probably stronger than my energy of, visualizing and staying positive, because right now, like, I'm not seeing the proof of my manifestation. So what's the best way to manifest that faster, right? To have a belief. So if someone else believes in it more than I do, and they're sending that very strong, jealous, envious energy towards it, what do you think that's doing for me? That's literally feeding me my manifestation. Like, you literally manifested it for me by being jealous and by thinking about it all day and night. Because you better believe, when I went to bed that night, I didn't do my visualization, I didn't do my affirmations, but you better believe she was going to bed thinking about how jealous she was of me. So not only in that moment did she help me manifest, but she was probably fuming about that all week. Do you realize how powerful all that energy is? So literally, like, use your jealous, envious people, mislead them, use them to manifest, okay? Because if they had a chance, they would ruin your life. And if you tell them what's really going on, they're going to sabotage you. If you're having an argument with your partner, don't go to them for advice. Okay, if anything, go to them and tell them that your relationship is going so well and so amazingly, and that energy will help you manifest that thing into your life. So understand what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't go around lying to everybody and misleading everybody, but when you've identified that someone is sending you the evil eye, baby, use it. Use it to your advantage, okay? So another way that you can transmute is by saying the opposite of whatever's happening. So telling them that your relationship is not going well if your relationship is going well, right? Telling them that your career is not going well even though your career is going well. Or the other way around, if your career is not going well, tell them your career is going well. Okay, because they're gonna feel so gratified that your career is not going well, even though it is, that they're not gonna know to sabotage you, right? It's very nuanced, and you have to be careful what you tell people, because anytime you speak something out loud, you're sending energy towards something. But if you understand in your mind what you're doing and you have a system about it, then you won't have an issue with it. But the best way that you can use these people to manifest is by how you go in your journal. You know how you have scripting exercises and you're like, I'm so happy and so grateful now that I earn $100,000 every day. Yay. Like, you're doing your scripting. Or I'm so happy and so grateful now that I found the man of my dreams. This is so amazing. Do that same thing with the people that you know are jealous and envious of you, with the people that you know are plotting against you, because those are the people that are gonna send all their energy on that and help you manifest the thing that you want. Okay, so this video is 35 minutes already. There was a lot more that I wanted to talk about, but I feel like this is a lot of information, and I want to see how everyone responds to it and the questions that you have now. So let me know in the comments any questions or any insights that you've gained from this, and let me know if you have any requests for me to elaborate on any specific topic, because I genuinely could talk about this for hours and hours. Okay, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Love you. Mwah.